Today we're taking a look at these NHL matches, which are happening on Monday, April 10, 2023, and giving you our team and total picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and to push the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also check out our Patreon if you want access to our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money, and if you are interested in props and parlay picks, check out our new channel High Stakes Props and Parlays, where you can find our player props and parlay picks predictions. You will find the link to our Patreon and to our new channel in the description and comments section below. San Jose Sharks vs Winnipeg Jets. The Jets have won 3 of their last 4 games and 4 of their last 5 home games. They are playing well offensively, scoring 15 goals in their last 4 home games. They have also played well on special teams, converting over 19% of their power play opportunities. The Sharks have done a good job when it comes to killing penalties, but they're not playing well defensively, giving up 16 goals in their last 3 games, so expect them to have a hard time slowing down the Jets in this game. The Sharks have lost 3 straight games in 5 of their last 6 road games. They aren't playing well offensively, scoring only 6 goals in their last 3 games. They have played well on special teams, converting over 18% of their power play opportunities. The Jets are great at killing penalties, and they're playing very well defensively, giving up only 6 goals in their last 4 games. With the final playoff spot still up for grabs, expect them to take care of business and keep San Jose's offense in check. Go with Winnipeg to cover the puck line. Our team pick is Winnipeg Jets minus 1.5 goals. These teams have been 2 of the best in all of hockey in terms of killing penalties, as the Sharks are 4th in the sport with an 83.2 kill percentage, while the Jets are 5th with an 82.8 kill percentage up to this point. In the last 3 games before this matchup, San Jose is averaging 2 goals per game, while Winnipeg is scoring 3 goals per game in that span. The under has hit in their last 4 games against one another, so take the under here as well. Carolina Hurricanes vs Ottawa Senators. Ottawa has been struggling on offense recently. They scored 3 or fewer goals in 6 out of their last 10 games. The Senators rank 19th in goals per game and 6th in shots per game. Tim Stützle leads the team with 86 points and 37 goals. Brady Tkachuk has 80 points on the year. Claude Giroux has 75 points, Alex DeBrincat has 66 points, and Drake Batherson has 61 points. Carolina has fared well against Ottawa in recent matchups. The Hurricanes are 6-4 in their last 10 meetings against the Sens, including Carolina winning both meetings this season. The defense and goaltending have both been slightly less than average for the Senators this year. They rank 21st in goals against per game and 18th in shots against per game. Defense and goaltending have both been fantastic for Carolina this season. They rank 2nd in goals against per game and 1st in shots against per game. Carolina is the much better overall team, and they will win this matchup by 2 or more goals. Bet the goal spread, minus 1.5, and take Carolina. Defense and goaltending have both been fantastic for Carolina this season. They rank 2nd in goals against per game and 1st in shots against per game. Ottawa has been struggling on offense recently. They scored 3 or fewer goals in 6 out of their last 10 games. The Senators rank 19th in goals per game. In the last 3 games against Carolina, Ottawa is averaging 2.00 goals per game. The under is 7-3 in the last 10 meetings between these 2 teams. Ottawa will struggle to score on Carolina, and the under will hit. Take the under, 6 goals. Toronto Maple Leafs vs Florida Panthers. Florida was a minus 185 favorite in their previous game, and they covered the minus 1.5 puck line by defeating the Washington Capitals 4-2. Matthew Tkachuk scored a goal and had 2 assists. Sam Reinhart scored a goal and had an assist. Alexander Barkov had 2 assists. Alex Lyon stopped 22 out of 24 shots faced. Florida is fighting for their playoff lives, and this is a must-win game for them. The Panthers have been red hot recently, winning 6 straight games. Florida has been playing well on offense recently. They scored 3 or more goals in 7 of the last 10 games. The Panthers rank 5th in goals per game and 1st in shots per game. Matthew Tkachuk leads the Panthers with 108 points. Tkachuk is 4th in points and tied for 5th in assists among all players in the league. Toronto has already clinched a playoff spot, and they will finish 2nd in their division. They will not play with the desperation that the Panthers will. Playing at home in a must-win game, Florida will win this matchup. Take Florida on the money line. Both teams have been very good on offense this season. Toronto scored 3 or more goals in 6 out of the last 9 games. They rank 8th in goals per game and 11th in shots per game. The Panthers scored 3 or more goals in 7 of the last 10 games. Florida ranks 5th in goals per game and 1st in shots per game. Matthew Tkachuk leads the Panthers with 108 points. Tkachuk is 4th in points and tied for 5th in assists among all players in the league. The over is 7-2 in the last 10 meetings between these two teams. This game features two of the top offenses in the league, and the over will hit in this contest. Take the over, 6.5 goals. Islanders vs Washington Capitals. It's a battle of one team with everything at stake against one with nothing at stake here. Similar to each team's games on Saturday, the Islanders are trying to maintain their hold on a wild card spot while Washington is racing to the golf course. We've seen the Capitals implode over the final few weeks of the season, which is why they are out of the postseason chase. Meanwhile, the Islanders know a win here, plus a win over lowly Montreal Wednesday night, clinches a playoff berth. We saw Sorokin be up to the challenge in Saturday's game as he blanked Philadelphia. Washington is a team that looks disinterested and ready to mail it in. Take the Islanders as they earn their first win of the season over the Capitals. The Capitals have struggled offensively this season, scoring an average of just 3.06 goals per game, the 13th fewest goals in the NHL, on an average of 31.2 shots per game. They've generated the 14th fewest expected goals per 60 minutes, 3.12, and the 15th fewest high danger shots in the league. The Caps have scored on 21.1% of their power play opportunities. The best natural goal scorer of all time, Alex Ovechkin, leads Washington in scoring this season with 74 points and 42 goals. Evgeny Kuznetsov leads them with 43 assists. Washington's been better defensively, allowing an average of 3.15 goals per game, the 16th most in the NHL, on an average of 30.8 shots allowed per game. They've given up the 15th most expected goals per 60 minutes, 3.17, and the 14th fewest high danger shots. The Caps have been very good on the penalty kill, ranking the 6th best in the NHL at 82.6%. Darcy Kuemper is projected to start tonight. He's been very good this season despite having a 21-26-6 record with a 2.84 GAA, a .909 save percentage, and 5 shutouts this year. Both of these teams have trended under this season, and with the way that they've played, with a much more defensive-minded approach with poor offensive play, I expect this game to stay under the total as well. The under in Isles games this year has gone 41-34-5, while it has gone 37-36-6 in Caps games. Both teams have been good on the back end. The Islanders are allowing only the 4th fewest goals in the league, giving up the 16th fewest expected goals with a Vezina contender in Ilya Sorokin in goal. The Capitals have been better than average defensively, allowing the 16th most goals in the league, giving up the 15th most expected goals and the 14th fewest high danger shots. They have a good goaltender as well in Darcy Kuemper, just a year removed from winning the Stanley Cup in Colorado. Both offenses have really struggled. The Isles have scored just the 10th fewest goals in the NHL, having generated the 11th fewest expected goals. Washington has scored the 13th fewest goals in the league, generating the 14th fewest expected goals and the 15th fewest high danger shots in the NHL. Take the under 5.5 goals here and expect a defensive battle. Buffalo Sabres vs Rangers. This game matters much more to the Sabres, but I expect the Rangers to get the win on home ice tonight, giving them a significant edge defensively in this matchup. The Sabres' defense has really struggled this year, allowing the 7th most goals in the NHL, having given up the 6th most expected goals and the 11th most high danger shots, with the 2nd worst penalty kill in the league. The Rangers' defense on the other hand has been spectacular, allowing the 3rd fewest goals in the league, giving up the 12th fewest expected goals and the 15th fewest high danger shots in the NHL. Take the Rangers to win at home. Although both previous games between these teams this season hit the under, I expect this game to go over the total. The Sabres have trended over heavily this season, with the over in their games going 45-33 this season. Both of the offenses in this matchup have been very good. Buffalo scored the 4th most goals in the NHL, having generated the 12th most expected goals in the league. The Rangers have scored the 10th most goals in the NHL. They should be able to capitalize on a Sabres defense that has struggled, having allowed the 7th most goals in the league, having given up the 6th most expected goals and the 11th most high danger shots, with the 2nd worst penalty kill in the NHL. Take the over and expect both teams to score.